ways that we're attacking the game plan, and he's really in tune to what we're doing, and obviously, the physical traits that he have, makes him a little bit of a force there. So kudos to him, and another great job.
What happened on the Martrell Spade penalty? It looked like they called like a taunting or.
Yeah, they called taunting. I mean, after the play went out of bounds, we got we got in his face, in the returner's face, which is not something we want to be doing. So.
I guess we saw you kind of get into his face a little bit too. What was, is that just kind of just showing your displeasure with these?
Yeah, I just kind of told him it wasn't probably the most opportune time to get that penalty. There's never an opportune time to get a penalty like that, to be honest with you. And we talked about the weather a little bit, and talked about the, unseasonably warm day in Cincinnati, and probably that wasn't the best scenario for our team at that point. So, yeah, it was a couple of passionate people getting a little passionate at that time. Wasn't, we made a great play. We covered the ball real well and went out of bounds, and we just need to celebrate with our teammates, and that just wasn't really.
That's what you screamed at. You screamed, Martrell, this is an inopportune time for this less than ideal situation.
You can put the word cloud over my head. Whatever you want to put in there, you can put in the old bubble. But yeah, I just made it very clear that it's not a really smart thing to do at that point. So might have been a couple other things in there in the old bubble.
We've seen, I guess, Jakeem take this second touchdown back. Yep. What sort of popped this one, and what have you seen from Jakeem this year that maybe wasn't last year?
Yeah, you know what? A couple things. One, as far as his teammates go, this is the second time now that we've had a return for a touchdown where you had everybody in the field really doing a good job. Jakeem did a tremendous job, tremendous individual effort by him. At the same time, you had 10 other guys really working hard. We did a really nice job on the left side on our vice, on their gunner with Walt Aikens and Tankersley. We won the other vice with Mo Smith and Cornell Armstrong. Kalen Balaj had a really good big block at the point of attack. Stephon Anthony, Brandon Bolden, Sonoris Perry, Chase Allen, all these guys coming to mind. Cameron Malveaux had a really good rush off the edge, which kind of forced a punt not to be more of a directional deal. So really, we call it 1/11th, all guys working together. It was kind of a really neat thing to see. We really ran the play that we had called. We executed it very, very well, and Jakeem did the rest. And obviously, great individual effort to go ahead and get in the end zone and not step out of bounds and score. The second part of your question, what have I seen this year? Jakeem's a guy that just continues to get better and better at the return game. He got criticized a lot his first year here for not maybe being the best punt returner, and it's something he's really taken personal, and he's worked at it time and time again. You guys have probably noticed in practice there isn't a guy that I've seen work at his craft more than I've seen Jakeem really work at the punt return game. So it's really neat for me to see him go out there and have success, because I know how much time and effort he's put into this thing. It's not just one of those things where he goes back there and fields the ball and runs. He's really studied the punters. He's studied himself. He's learned how to become a better punt returner. He's not afraid to ask questions to a guy like Danny Amendola, who's been doing it for years, and kind of get a little feedback from him. And so, it's been a work in progress for him, and he's really just been arrow up the entire time he's been here in terms of his punt returning skills. So, I know how much time he's put in on and off the field, and so it's nice to see. We all know he has the athletic ability. We all know what he can do in the open field. We all know he can make people miss. But that's a really unique skill, punt returning, and it takes a little time and effort. And so that the finer points of the game and the finer points of the punt returning is where Jakeem's really, really blossomed in these last couple of years, and I'm really, really happy to see that. I really thought towards the end of last season he really had a really good second half. We didn't have a great first half in the return game last year, but if you go back and watch the second half of last year, we started to really trend upwards, and he's really just carried that over. So it's been nice to see.
Is it fair to say that you do have more confidence right now in terms of ball security in those backed up punt situations? What did you call it last time when it's close to your goal line?
Yeah, when you're backed up. Yeah, those kind of going in punts, if you will, kind of those plus 50. Again, the nice thing for us right now is we have two options, and depending on the situation, you've seen this year, we've put Danny Amendola back there in a couple different situations. It could be the call we have called on. It could be the situation. As far as my confidence in Jakeem, I have 100% confidence in Jakeem, so he'll be back there in any situation. He's been back there and backed up when they're backed up, middle of the field. So it's just kind of it's nice to have a couple different options there. A little change of pace also for the opponent. Danny's been back there in regular situations and backed up as well. So again, you guys know that follow this team. I'm a big proponent of have as many options as you can, and it's nice for us to have a couple of them now.
How's Jason Sanders been progressing 5 games into his rookie year?
Yeah, I kind of really like where he is. He's a guy that, like any rookie at any position, he's a guy that, week after week after week is kind of learning on the run right here, just like any other position player. And as we go through games, we're going to get him more and more and more experience. That's the one thing coming in here. I never really questioned the talent with Jason, just was the experience. He just didn't have it. He didn't have a ton of reps in college. Just for whatever reason, his coach went for a lot of times on fourth down instead of kicking field goals. And so the biggest thing with Jason was just kind of getting reps out here through the preseason and now through the regular season, getting him opportunities. But I've really seen him do a really nice job. I really like where he's at mentally. He's really fit in very well with Matt and John, and they got a nice little operation going right now. So I've been happy with his progression so far.
Is it tough to be a little more patient with rookies in that position because there's less of a margin of error?
It's tough to be patient with any rookie, but certainly at that position, because I think it's more, with a position player you maybe get a little more leeway on your curve, if you will, in terms of success. Punt kicker at that position, it's usually when you go out there, it's miss or make, it's yes or no. There's no gray area, if you will, in that way. But I've been really happy with his kickoffs so far. So we haven't had a ton of opportunities in field goals so far, the way the games have gone. But so far, I've been pleased with where he's at. But there is a little bit of a certainly with rookies at any position, but at that position it is a little bit unique for sure.
Playing Cody Parkey, he had him last year.
Yep.
Not in any disrespectful manner, but is there something about the current kick you have right now that makes you to feel more confident going in?
Well, let me say this. Cody Parkey is a hell of a player. I really enjoyed having him here. I have a world of respect for Cody. The situation didn't, turn out for whatever reason. He didn't end up back here, and I don't do the business side. I coach the players that we have in front of us. So that was more of a business thing, and at that point we went out and found the best available option for us. And I really feel I'm really confident in Jason right now. Really like where he's going, and I'm kind of happy the direction we're going. That ship has sailed. I wish Cody the best in every game this year except this one. And but I'm really pleased with Jason.
Darren, when you got word back in March that Cody had received a very large offer from Chicago, were you tempted to call him and say, "Don't take the money," or did that thought never go through your mind, or did you call him?
Well, let me say this: when the season ended last year, Cody and I had a lot of different conversations. And again, I'm not part of the business side, so those really aren't questions for me. But Cody and I had a lot of conversations about where he was going into the process and all that stuff, and so we talked at length, kind of going into the process, Barry. So I kind of knew where he was mentally. Again, I didn't know the exact numbers and all that stuff when I heard. Am I going to sit here and tell you that I wasn't disappointed that he wasn't coming back? I was, because I like Cody. I like Cody as a player. I like Cody as a person. I certainly like him as a kicker. And so again, but hey, listen, you guys know this is my 10th season here. This is not the first time that we didn't get it. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. And when this situation just didn't work out with Cody, but again, I hope him well in all the other games. So we'll see him on Sunday.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
You got it.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.